I'm gonna show you a super fast tutorial today for a blanket that you can whip up as a gift for literally anyone. You can make it kid size, you can make it adult size. The one that I just made is an adult size. I made so many of them last year. I will show you all the ones I made. This one, it needs washed. I think it's actually as tall as I am. This is the most loved blanket at my house. So if you're looking for a loved blanket, like, make one. Super duper big. It is kind of weighted, so that's nice. I think it makes it even more cozy and warm. It is longer than I am. This one's usually on my couch and it stays there. This one I made for my daughter. I think this was the first one I made. It's super duper pretty and it's like a smaller size. I want to say I might have used like 4, maybe 5 skeins of yarn. And then I had like some spare purple. So that's where the purple came from. I made this next one for myself, but my daughter loved it so much that I don't get to use it anymore. It's pretty much hers. So I am a huge fan of like bright colors. So this was supposed to be mine. So I literally made it the size for myself. Super warm. Anyway, so this one is super duper pretty. I love it. Didn't do it to all of my blankets, but I did add a border. That's super easy if you want to do that. I think I have another video that I did this with, so you could just watch the end of that video. And you can actually see me do the border. So if you want a border on that, just go check out the end of that video and the border will be there. Right before Joanne closed, I knew I was going to make my husband a blanket. So I let him pick the color. He does not even remember because I made this in front of him. And he was like, "Who's that for?" And I'm like, don't worry about it. It's super cozy. You do not have to use 7 skeins of yarn. I did use 7. It's because I had them. It's from my husband and I want it to be really big and nice and cozy. It is super easy. You can whip this up in like a couple of days. This would be such a fast, cute little gift to make. If you're a sentimental person and you want to make somebody, like maybe a small child or somebody important to you, if you want to crochet them a blanket, this is like the perfect blanket for this because it doesn't take too much time because it's a little bit thicker and bigger. And so it's like coming from the heart. And this is like perfect because it doesn't take that much time. So let's get into the supplies. So the yarn recommends a 15 millimeter hook. I don't recommend that myself. I like to use anywhere between a 10 and a 12 because a 10 is going to keep the stitches a little bit closer together. And I just feel like it's safer to have them closer together. And if they were further apart and it was like a little bit more drapey, it could snag and I don't want my blanket snagging. So you could use a 10 or a 12. I used a 12 for mine. You could use whichever one you want. I do not recommend a 15. The yarn is super important. Okay, so let me tell you. Don't have a skein, but I do have the paper from it. It is Bernat Blanket Extra. I use 7 for an adult size. So make sure it says extra. You don't want it to say big or whatever the other ones are. The Bernat Blanket Regular, you could use that, but it's going to take you a lot longer because that yarn is smaller. This one is like in between big and in between the regular blanket. So it's like the perfect size. This first one is the Bernat blanket yarn. So this is really small. You could use this, but I don't recommend it because it's going to take you a long time to make it. So that's that first one. This is my favorite one. This is the extra, perfect for blankets. So it is pretty big compared to that little tiny one. And this last one, this is the big. I think this is probably perfect if you're a hand knitter. I don't hand knit. I mean, I can hand knit, but I don't want to. So I don't like using this kind of yarn because it literally hurts my hand the next day and I don't like that. This is my favorite. So go ahead, grab your hook and let's go crochet.
You're going to start by making a slip knot. You're going to start by wrapping the end around 2 fingers, making an X, grab an end and pull through. I am making an adult size blanket, so I'm going to be chaining 62. If you plan to make a child size, I would not chain 62. I would chain less. But go ahead and chain however many you need and meet back up with me when you are finished with your foundation chain. For row number 1, we're going to be working half double crochets. So starting from the second chain from the hook, you're going to yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull through. You're going to have 3 loops, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over. So this is pretty easy. You're just going to complete this until you are finished with row 1 and then meet back up with me. All right, so I made it to the end of row 1. So it's pretty long. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and flip my piece as if I'm flipping a page of a book. Now we are on row number 2, and row number 2 is very similar to row number 1, except for now we have 3 pieces of yarn that we have to navigate through. We are going to be working into the very furthest one away. That's called the back loop. And we're just going to continue doing a half double crochet and the back loop. So you can feel it out with your finger if that is easy for you. I do that usually when I start off, and then you get the hang of it. And this is going to be a repeat row, so you're going to just keep doing this for the entire blanket. So when you get to the end, you are going to chain 1, turn your work, and then you're going to keep working through the back loops only, doing half double crochets. So it's super fast, super easy.
If you enjoyed making this cozy blanket and you want to make yourself or someone else a cozy bolero shrug, then you should check out this video. It's so fast and easy. You can finish it in just one day. Thanks for watching.